Hello everyone, my name is Priyanka. I am a technical support engineer at Red Hat. In this tutorial, I am going to show a live demo of how to configure RHEL server as a LDAP client using SSSD service. For this, I am going to use RHDS server as a LDAP server. You can use any other LDAP server for this configuration. So let's get started. On the screen there are two tabs. On left side there is a RHEL client. On right side there is a LDAP server, which is RHDS server in this case. Let's start setting up a client by first installing the required packages on the RHEL client. It's done. Next, let's add the configuration parameters in /etc/SSSD/SSSD.conf file. These are the basic configurations that we are going to use. Here we will use LDAP backend as an ID provider and as an auth provider. I have added FQDN of the LDAP server in LDAP URI parameter, and this is the location of the CS certificate that we are going to use. A bind DN is required to authenticate the LDAP database when anonymous binds are not allowed on the LDAP server, so I have added the bind details as well. Let's save this file. Let's make sure the permission on SSSD.conf file is 600 and it's owned by root. So this setup is for communication over start TLS, meaning that we are going to use a CS certificate from LDAP server on this RHEL client, and the communication will be encrypted and hence secured. I've already exported a CS certificate from RHDS server and copied it on this RHEL client using SCP. This is the location of the certificate, etc open LDAP certs. ca.pem. This is the CS certificate that I have copied from RHDS server. Let's rehash this certificate using OpenSSL command. Done. Next, let's add some required parameters in /etc/openldap/ldap.conf. So these three parameters, first is base, which is a base of LDAP server, which is example.com. URI is the fully qualified name of the LDAP server, and TLS CA-cert dir, which is a directory where CS certificate is copied from LDAP server. Let's save this file. Now let's enable SSS module using auth select utility. Auth select SSSD with mk home dir. Let's cross check if it's enabled. Auth select check and auth select current. Yeah, it's enabled SSSD with mk home dir. Let's start SSSD service. Also, let's enable it. Make sure it's started successfully without any errors. Next, let's start RHEL service. RHEL service is required for creating home directories for LDAP users when the users will be logging in on this client for the first time. Let's enable the RHEL service as well. Done. Now let's verify if we are able to fetch the LDAP user on this client. ID test user. Test user is a LDAP user which is from RHDS server, and we are trying to resolve it on the client. Yes, it's able to resolve. Let's also check if test user is able to log in locally on this client, entering the password of the user, and yes, the user is able to log in. Let me show you on the server side. This is the same user. Using LDAP search, I'm going to search for test users entry on the LDAP server, and it's the same user which we have fetched on the client. Now this server is successfully configured as a client to the LDAP server. This is it for today's tutorial. If you have any queries or any questions, please feel free to open a support ticket with Red Hat. We will be happy to help you. Thank you.